Today's la 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 la. Let me see something. Yep, per usual. Okay. Today's July 10th, 2025. I had an interview this morning. It went well. I don't really want to do that kind of a job. Oh, for goodness sakes. But I did the interview anyway for practice. So I, again, I want to clean motel rooms. This is what I want to do. I want to get paid a decent wage to do that. I want to work for the next year towards getting this house sold so I can get some land, buy some land with a little house on it and a place to create where my dogs can run and I don't have neighbors real close so I can go out and sing and yell if I need to and do scream therapy if I need to without anybody judging me for it. My neighbors, I'm sure they think I'm nuts, you know what I mean? Because I go out and do scream therapy in my yard and I am paying to live here. So if I feel the need to scream, I'm going to go out and scream. And frankly, I feel like a lot more of us maybe should be screaming. Maybe that would help because I know it for me this has been too much since 2016 and it's just getting fucking worse. And then there's those of us who there are probably 99% of the fucking world has been mistreated or abused and they're saying, oh, there are no, this is, and it's like, oh, okay. And so now because that there's no Epstein files, so now Trump has to create chaos by being pissy with Putin, who's probably saying, hey, dude, I'm just doing this, so just to kind of keep them off of the Epstein thing that we got, whatever. He's doing this over here, and he's doing tariffs over here, and they're doing alligator Alcatraz is what they're trying. See, what they're trying to keep us off of is the private army he's building. He already said something. Not only did he say something about taking over New York, he said something about taking over DC as well, right? Those two places, New York and DC. And Florida, they already got, right? They got Florida. I mean, it's just, this shit sucks, And I just want to get a parcel of land away from people as much as possible and get some chickens so I could live on eggs and have a garden. I will grow my own food, potatoes, you know what I mean? It's like, I know, and I know that I probably am making that sound easy. I'm sure it's not easy, but I, I'm I am expecting that my child is not going to want to do those things. So he'll be doing his own thing while I'm doing that. So I'm just supplementing mine, right? Like I don't, he does not want a homestead. So he'll be doing his thing and I'll be on his land in my little place doing what I do. Pretending, I guess. but I expect because that's what I'm doing. I'm selling everything, and fuck that. I don't want anything in my name. I am 60 years old. I will be 61 at the end of this month. I am not a rich woman. I don't have retirement. I don't have. I'm going to be living on Social Security, right? That I paid into all my life. And if I have any medical, I'm going to need to pay for that, right? Or I'll be on Medicare, which will come out of my Social Security, right? And then if anything happens to me, they'll try to take anything I own away from my son, unless it's been 5 years since I gave it to him, right? And it's like, and they can change that any day, anytime they want to. So I will take as little help for my health from the government as possible. I will die on a surfboard in the ocean before I will let those motherfuckers take everything that I worked all my life for so that I could leave it to my child away from me because we can't afford health care in this country because we can't afford because we don't get paid well in this country because mental health is not addressed in this country because income inequality is so blatantly in our faces and then we have Trump in office taking like this is what this man is doing and I he is they are in my viewpoint Ugh, I got a hair in my eye. In my viewpoint, what is happening? I don't need these right now until I play something, and my glasses are dirty AF. But in my viewpoint, what they are doing is, I feel like they are trying to, and I know this is a long plan and this is going to sound kind of crazy, but not really. They're trying to create a master race. That's just, they are. They're like, and it's funny, I think that Elon thought he was going to be a part of it and like put like fucking things in people's brains and shit. I mean, I don't know how far the plan is. Like, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but in what I'm visualizing, I fucking hope I'm wrong. I've said this so many times. I hope I'm crazy. I mean, I don't. Well, I already know. See, that's the thing. Are you crazy if you know you're crazy? So I'm trying to figure out if I'm nuts because I feel like I'm nuts, or if I'm just normal and everybody else is nuts. If I'm even from the planet here. See, we're from Shazelle, baby. SHHAZZELLE. The planet Shazelle. And I am Tungsten Shay. Right? Right now we're stuck on Earth. They dumped me here. When I was a child, I swear to God, I had dreams about chasing the UFOs. Please, don't leave me here. And look what they did. They left me. Anyway, back to whatever I was babbling about before. The stupidness that is going on while Trump is trying to overtake our country, and all these Christians are trying to create a master race of I don't know what slaves, because people like Sarah Huckabee Sanders, 12 years old, they can be in the fields. Come on, man, they got to go to school and then they can go to work. What do you mean they need rest? Isn't that what we have kids for to slave for us? I'm pretty sure that's why. I mean, think about this. Okay, our children go to school. Like, it's just ridiculous. The amount of homework, and I frankly, like, my son didn't, he went to school some, but he was sick a lot. He was sick a lot. He hated school. And for me, it was really hard to make him go because I got picked on. I was brutalized in school, right? And it's like, it was hard for me to make him go because I knew how it felt to have to go someplace where you felt like you were constantly like having to, make sure that nobody was coming at you. You know what I mean? So, although sometimes home could be like that too. Although for him, I quit drinking and everything when he was 7. I know it took me a while, but at least when he was 7, I did. I stopped. And then we just went in our little cocoon and I worked my ass off. And it just, it doesn't matter. Because look, like, it doesn't matter. I went back to school and I worked really, really hard. I worked 2 jobs and I bought us a house. And I, and in working those 2 jobs and buying us a house, we went to Japan. And we went to Mexico on a cruise, and we did all these things. And it's like I'm grateful that we did all these things, and it's nice that he saw these things, but look at where we are, right? Like, it's like all that doesn't matter if in the end you're still oppressed, right? I mean, it's great he got to see it, and I'm glad I was able to do that for him. I worked my ass off for it. But again, for me, so, okay, so what? In the end, what? What? He's a better person for it, and I'm grateful for that. But still, he's living in this what is turning into a dictatorship. I said yesterday that I thought we were full on there, and he says, "No, Mom," and I really like his analogy. He says, we're on a cliff hanging onto that root. And we're like this, and the Democrats could save us. Now, whether or not they will, that's another thing. And I'm betting chances are pretty good. I don't know. They fucking need to. Someone needs to save us from this, and I'm hoping it's not too late. I mean, he feels like we're still holding on to a slippery root. I'm not so sure about that. So, we'll see. But so this is 20 hours go inside there. And there's been like all of it. There's floods everywhere. There's tornado warnings in Washington. I mean, I know that shit's not Trump's fault. I got that. But when was the last time there was I'm going to find this out. When was there a last time there was T-O-R. All right. Yeah, I know that was, when was the one before that? So, which is my fault. When was last tornado warning? Well, it was Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. Okay, although I can't trust this because the other day it told me that Trump wasn't president in 2025. I have the video of that, but I had it public, but I was ranting. I didn't even talk about that somewhere in there. I did, I'm sure, but I was ranting because I just got fired. Which, whatever. I'm almost past that. I still have a little tinge, but I'm okay because whatever, you know? It wasn't a job for me. That's kind of like the job I interviewed for this morning. I don't want to be a caseworker. I don't want to go to people's houses. I don't want to try to make sure that they're getting their kids on Medicaid. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. So I just would gratefully decline the job. And I really just want to clean rooms. And I know sometimes it's like hard on my body, but as long as I drink enough water and if I don't keep moving, like I'm gonna get, as you get older, if you stop, it's harder to start back up again. You know what I mean? And I think that people that are older like me, who's going to be 61 at the end of this month, understand that. It's like either use it or lose it, baby. So if I stop, and that's kind of like with my brain too. Now, here's the thing though with my brain. I don't want to waste my brain on that type of stuff anymore either. Like, I only have so much left. I only have so much eyesight left. I only have so much room left in my brain, right? And I really don't want to fill it up with things like that. I think it's great, a great job. I think helping people is great. But I don't want to fill my brain with those things right now. Like, I've had enough of that. I want to just cleaning. You see what you've done at the end of the day. Cleaning actually is kind of an art form, to tell you the truth. And a lot of people don't appreciate it as much as they should. But then there are people that do. And if you do a really good job, and people notice the little differences, like the scuffs on the walls that you clean off, people don't really notice when they're there, but they notice when they're not there. And I don't know if that makes sense. And I don't even know, it's like they don't know what the difference is, but there is a cleaner difference. I cannot explain it, but anyway, so that's, okay, so I'm going to go back to, here I am babbling again. Babble, babble. Okay, so this is what happens when you have no one to talk to but a computer and dogs. Well, that's not true. I have my son and his fiance, and I was down talking to her earlier too, but it's, see, I sit there and say I want to be alone, but then, well, it's okay, because I'm fine talking to the computer, actually. I mean, it doesn't bother me, really. I think a lot of people do it. I'm not the only one. I'm not, like, weird that way. So, if I can have a conversation with myself, that's fine. I'm really good at it. I mean, I've been having conversations with myself since I learned to talk, you know? And a lot of it, with the sound, the making sound keeps the monsters away, right? It's like, I think that people are so shallow and so unintuned to other people. And that's why I don't want to be around people. Because I'm not. I might be shallow, but I'm not unintuned to other people, and it can be hard sometimes. So I wanted to know, again, when was the last tornado warning in Washington, D.C. before this one? Will that be good enough? There we go. Okay. So, list. 1814, 1927, 1943, 2001, 2017, 2021. Okay, so 2021 was the last one, and 17, so 4 years. So yeah, I mean, that's not out of, really. Well, here. Well, wait a minute. If we look at this, it was 1943, then 2001, then 2017, then 20. So it's sped up from 43. The one before that was 27. So 1927, 23, 1814. Yeah, so really, I mean, it has kind of sped up a little. There's not been a lot of them, but the last have been within, 10 years, right? 17 to 25. So, and then 21 to 17. Before that, 43, there was almost 20 years right there, right? And then 27, there was 2. 23, there was 4 years. And then many, many years. So, yeah, interesting. Whoops. I had that on the wrong screen. I'm all looking at this, the years. Anyway, I don't know. Okay, back to this. What's going on here? I want to look at this. This was 20 hours ago. 21 hours ago. Families and immigrant detainees allege for, well, duh. Duh, look at it. What do you, of course. Immigrant detainees and their loved ones are denouncing what they allege are terrible conditions, including a lack of water, issues with electricity, and copious mosquitoes. What the hell is that? A lot or big? Be fine. Whoops, damn it. A lot. Okay. Whoops. What have I done? I lost what I was reading. There we go. Okay. No. For God's sakes. Okay. There we go. So, and a lot of mosquitoes. Well, okay, so we're talking about the Florida swamps. I'm pretty sure there's mosquitoes the size of like poodles, maybe teacup poodles. But there's probably pretty, I mean, I know when I lived in Florida, there were some mosquitoes there. I remember them. So that's funny. Okay. Vladimir Miranda, a migrant from Cuba who has been at the facility since Sunday, said that right now the generators apparently can't cope and the electricity is going out. When the electricity goes out, there's no water and the phones and air conditioners don't work and we're sweating profusely. Yeah, it's hot there. His girlfriend told NBC6 that Miranda crossed the U.S. Mexico. Okay. Like many, he was given a I-220A form that documents a migrant has been released into the U.S. by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. He had the final hearing 2 weeks ago, but days later, he was detained by immigration officials at his job. At his job, he was working. So I wonder what kind of a criminal he is. Like, oh, that's right. He's a criminal. Why? Because he went to his final hearing 2 weeks ago? Is that why he's a criminal? Let me understand how this man is a fucking criminal, but nobody knows anything about what happened with Epstein. Explain that to me, please. Like I'm 5. We'll make it 6, since I'm going to be 61. Explain to me how this man who was going to work, they arrested him at his fucking job. Hello. But, if you have enough money, you can fly little girls around the country or to your own private island. And you can go over there. You can partake in those things. It's fine. You can do this because you have money. And that's okay. It's no problem. But this person here who's trying to work, he's got a girlfriend. So he's got people over here that care about him, right? And he's got a job where he's been working and contributing to our society, right? And we're putting him in this. In this. You know who belongs there? He belongs there. You know who belongs there? He belongs there. She belongs there. Every single one of these people, they need to sleep in these beds for, give them 2 weeks when the power is going out. you know? And while we're at it, let's play videos of the little girls that they molested in loop and the dogs that they shot. You know, come on, people. This is disgusting what we're doing over here in our country. And it's freaking me the fuck out. Like, I did not work my ass off all my life for this. I did not vote for this. I did not vote for this. I voted for Kamala Harris. I never voted for this man. The minute I saw him on the stage with Hillary Clinton, I knew we were fucked. Okay, back to this. Okay, hold on a moment. All right. My dog. I left the patio open. Hold on a second. And then my other one's over there. Oh, you're talking? I'm going to wag my tail with every word. Okay, what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to put on a pretty nice calming video. So we can be mad and then calm down. Then be mad and then calm down. It's the aerobics of mental health. Yeah, that's funny, huh? Okay, let's see. This, again, is... Scott Buckley is the music. And this is the same video as yesterday, but I like this video. It's just pretty mellow music, though. Let me see. You can barely hear it. Let me find a different video. Hold on. Okay. Nature sound, solace, hold myself tall. This one, this is a good video. This is awesome. This area fills up with water, and then it goes back. It's really awesome. There's one, I need to find it, because I have a video of otters somewhere. I don't think it's this one, though, is it? No. But anyway, okay. This is a good video. Okay, it's something to watch. I'll be back in a second and talk some more about all this craziness. I'm going to do an affirmation video at the end. This is what I'm going to do. I know. I need to get it out. I need to talk. I need to get out all of this stuff, so I'm going to put it out into the universe, and then I'm going to affirm that everything's going to be okay. And hope like hell I'm right? I'm just like, I'm worried. I worked so hard, and my mental health is not the best anymore. Like, I'm trying really hard to hold on. That said, I am doing better. I am doing better. It's funny. I told my son this yesterday. I said, because this happens. This has happened throughout my whole life. Like, this is not new for me to end up getting angry and stomping my feet and losing a job, right? This is not a new thing. I mean, actually, that's not true. It is new. Well, kinda. Because when I was working at the college in Montana, my first office job, I think that was it. It's like I tried to go from bartending and waitressing and that kind of a culture into working in offices in my 40s, thinking that working in offices was going to gain me respect because I went back to school and I worked really, really hard, and I worked 2 jobs and I got a bachelor's degree and I graduated with honors, right? And so I thought that then I would be treated with respect. And I found out that I was wrong, right? And now it's hard for me when I've done all of that all by myself. Like, I had a little bit of support, but not a lot, right? I did a lot of that all alone. And it's like, it's hard for me when other people who I feel nothing. It's hard for me when I'm not treated with respect. That said, I felt like I deserved respect when I was waiting tables. My dogs are fighting. They're gonna knock everything over. I'm on what are these, a fold-out table. This is not a desk. If they get too carried away, things are gonna come undone. So, what? Was you paying? Oh, was you paying? You're such a silly boy. Was you out there paying? Yes, I was paying, Mama. I'm a good boy. I am a good boy. I'm a goblin. He's a goblin. Okay, all right. Oh, good boy. Good girl. You're a good girl. I know. I'm more patient today than I was yesterday. I'm trying to just like let everything go. There's again, I'm going to be 61. How long, if anybody is out there that has listened to me talk before, I have talked about radical acceptance for years. Years. I've talked about radical acceptance, and I'm still trying to learn it. But again, I still feel like I'm doing better because, as I was starting to say earlier, typically when I've lost jobs in Oregon, I'm just going to stick to Oregon because I did lose my job when I worked at the college when I got that office job. But my boss, not my boss, but the dean of the college, one of the deans of the college, she was the dean of students, I think, came up to my desk and like stood over my desk, and I was sitting down and she was up, and she stood over my desk and was yelling at me, and I'm like, and that's the same thing that happened here. Like if I feel like I'm backed into a corner, that's my I it's fight or fight, and it's like I easily, like, since I've, hi girl, how are you? I'm trying to talk. I know you're like, but yeah, whatever you are. Should I play with you? Should I turn the camera around and play with you? I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm not gonna do that. If I feel trapped, I do. That's my fight or flight. And the thing about it is if I don't feel safe, and I haven't felt safe in a long time, I've never felt safe. God, to feel safe. I know I'm not the only one. I mean, I know, and now I think less and less people are feeling safe. Everything is just so bad right now that I know that I'm not the only one who's not feeling safe. I'll move myself up there. I got two of me. I need to figure this out. This other camera, oh, I guess I can shut it off right now. There we go. Okay. La la. I don't know where to move my picture. I'll make it small up here because it's a pretty video. See, it's so cool watching this. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, I was going there for a long time writing in the mornings, which is good for me. But my mental health, I think, yeah, I just need to not be around people so much. It's not good for me. Again, I'm fine being friends with my computer. Okay, I'll be back. I'm going to talk some more about Trump. I want to find my video of the otters. So I kind of wonder, does anyone think affirmations help? I mean, I kind of do because, like, I got my teeth, and I mean, I have visualized a lot of things, but I still think that I have been driven by fear. That's the problem. Being driven by fear is bad. sleeping on the patio. And dog. Alright. Now I'm going to pause this. But I will do my affirmation to this, I think. Can I hear music from it? I need to get different headphones. These suck. I can't hear any music. There's some though. I just can't hear it. Desktop audio has got sound. What sound do I say I have with it? Huh. I wonder why I'm not hearing it. I'm gonna see though real quick. I need to find my video of the why can't I hear anything? There's no music to that one. But it says there is. So, and I need to look for my sea otters. I found them once and I did not obviously put them where I should have, but anyway, okay, I'm just gonna go back to, I don't understand why I'm not hearing that one, but that's okay. I don't think there's any sound with this. That's alright. I'll find something later. I'm gonna go back here to stupid Donald Trump. Let's see. So, yeah, we have floods going on everywhere. We still have wars going on everywhere. Nothing has stopped anywhere. Nothing has gotten better anywhere. If anything, everything has gotten worse everywhere. Everywhere. Like, everything has gotten worse. Everything. Like, before, he could only make COVID worse for some reason. Now it seems like he's making the whole world worse. Like, on purpose. So why? What is his motive to make the whole world worse on purpose? What is the motive behind doing that? Creating so much chaos and so much uncertainty that people are going to be afraid. And he's like, they're talking about farmer strikes already. The farmers are, right? I mean, it doesn't matter because he's disappearing people and they're building like cages to keep them in. And then, and they want to build them places like in Arkansas, where Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who likes to have 12-year-olds going to work, lives and runs and manages. And it's like, so they want us to fight amongst ourselves. They want to create a society where you can barely afford to live, if you're lucky, right? And if you can, you are working so much that any other time that you have is spent strictly resting and trying to maybe maintain a household, right? There is no time left for joy at all. Like Donald Trump, we have too many vacations. I get that was a distraction. I understand that it was distracting from something else that he had done. The Epstein files, the big beautiful bill, whatever else, the fucking tariffs, all of it. It's like distracting from the fact that he's creating his own army. Right? He's creating his own army so that he can come after people that disagree with him. and the Republicans are letting him do it. And the Democrats, my son informed me there was 120, regardless of whatever, when they put him up for impeachment not too long ago, my son was telling me the name of the man. I'm sorry, I'm not thinking about it right now. But anyway, 124, I think, Democrats voted no, not to impeach him because they didn't think his reasons were good enough. Any reason is good enough. What he has done, all of the reasons are good enough. You know, how could you not find a good reason? How can you find a good reason to keep him? Is what I'm wondering. I'm just, Tell me, someone give me a good reason, because I can't find one. I cannot find something good that's happening with all of this. Besides the rich are getting richer, and how is that good? How is that good? I mean, even for them, are they even noticing besides a number? Like, how else? Like, how much more can they buy? How much more can they do? I mean, how much further can they go? They've already gone as far, I think. I mean, anybody figured out a way to go further yet? Let me know. I don't understand. I'm like, you can't go any further. What more? Why do you need to, like, where is the need to have so much that, like, these people could solve so many problems, right? And it's so funny. I remember one time back when I was younger. Oh my God, it was funny. I read the book by Ayn Rand called Atlas Shrugs when I was on meth. It was funny. It was an 800-page book, so I had to be on something. But I remember and I need to read. I would be interested in reading it again because I know who was it? Paul Ryan, I think, talked about that book quite a bit. I think he was a big person that liked that book because it was about the rich people that walked away because people like us were sucking off of them. We were the leeches. We were the parasites, right? And I'm like, let them walk the fuck away. They're the parasites. We are not the parasites in this picture. That's what really bothers me is like, people that refer to other people that are at the same, we are not the top 1%. That is the only difference between, that there is no other culture, like in my viewpoint, that is the war that we have. We have them and us being not the 1%. There's them and then there's the rest of us, right? And it's like pretty much, I mean, there is a little in between and there's a little bit of a flow, but it's basically, the top percentages, and then there's the rest of us that they've got fighting amongst ourselves, right? And it's like survival of the fittest. And I don't want to, I am so done. Like, I am fucking done. I have been doing this shit for so long, and I thought, fucking stupid me, I thought that when I got older, that I was going, because I've worked so hard all my life, right? I thought that there was going to be something for me at the end of this. And I will tell you, I did not plan well, clearly. I mean, I had retirement at some point, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm cashing that in. Well, I've told my son, you are my retirement, which is kind of what I'm doing. I'm like, I mean, he's not, thankfully, he cares about me enough that he will take care of me, right? But we have both agreed he will not be changing my diapers. That will not happen. Once that point comes that I cannot care for myself to that level, I will not want to be on this planet any longer. There is no point in that, and I've seen that a lot, and I'm like, why are you still here? In my viewpoint, you should not be here. And I'm sure that you feel like in this job, there was a person that I visited, and he told me, he said his mother tells him all the time that she does not want to live anymore. And I said, I can understand that. I can understand that. And I said, that's got to be hard for you. And I would expect that both of them would feel a sense of release when she's finally gone, right? And release is the word that I used. In case anyone's wondering, because there's time to let go. Fuck. And I wonder, I was going to ask him at some point, but I got fired from the job, which is probably good because I really wanted to ask him, have you ever given her permission to go? Have you ever said to her, I understand why you're feeling this way, and if it's something that you feel, go ahead and you can go, right? I mean, it's because of science, we are able to hold on a lot longer than I think we are spiritually prepared for. My spirit's like, get me out of here. My soul's like, holy shit, we're still trapped. Okay, that's okay. We can hold on a little while longer. There's still some beauty out there. But I told someone the other day, she pissed me off though. I was like, and I do think this sometimes, and it's not that I'm feeling sorry for myself, and I won't off myself. I've got my son and I've got my dogs, and I am still curious about the world and about if if there's something more for me to see, right? I I question that quite frequently. If I'm like, it can't end here. Please don't let this be where it ends. but but when the end does come, I don't know how disappointed I'm gonna be. I'm kind of tired. Like I'm not suicidal tired, but I'm tired. Like I'm hoping that I find some peace before I go. You know what I mean? I really am hoping that I find some peace before I go because I've not, as I said, I've never felt safe. And I think a lot of people have felt that. I'm not being like, oh, poor me. Poor all of us. I feel sorry for so many of us, not just me. I know, I know that there are the majority people that I even am angry at. I understand that they are coming from a place of pain and fear and anger and however they're dealing with that. Like, unfortunately, it's hard for me not to get mad, though. I still like, because I have to, it's my defense. My defense is fight. My defense is fight. It just is. It's like get mad and fight and claw your way until you get out. Regardless of the situation, that's why it's better for me to just clean. But anyway, it's been that way. Like I said, I mean, it was like that at the college. As soon as that woman leaned over my desk and raised her voice to me, I stood up and I was like, no, this is not happening. And it's just like at this job, she backed me into the corner behind my desk, had backed me into the corner. I'm like, why would you do that if you don't expect a reaction out of somebody? That, in my viewpoint, acting that way is trying to provoke a reaction. And it did. It worked. I mean, it worked. I'm sorry it did. It worked. It provoked a reaction, all right. I climbed up on the chair and stood up on my desk and got my curtains down. Like, you're not going to stand over me. That's what you think. I will be taller than you. That's exactly what happened there. It's funny. I mean, and I'm glad that I'm able to look at it and understand why I reacted the way I did, right? Because I was feeling bad about myself. I'm like, oh my God, look at you. You are crazy. No, no, I'm not crazy. I was put in a defensive position where I needed to defend myself. And and very fearful. I knew I was getting fired, right? You're getting fired from your job. So I'm in a place of fear right there. Then I'm in a place where I never, ever, ever felt like I belonged. I was never, ever made to feel a part of the group, ever. Nobody, like, I'm going to say Ty maybe tried a little, but not really. But I don't think that, and let me rephrase that. It's not that nobody tried. It's just that they are so set in their ways that I was not noticed, right? And when I was noticed, it was negatively. They saw my eccentricities as strange. Most people do. I'm talking to myself. I'm sitting here talking to a computer and having a full out fucking conversation. So, I mean, and I'm good at that. I've been doing it for a long fucking time. So, and I talk out loud a lot, especially when I'm mad. I'm like, and I know it's annoying as fuck. I got that. Whatever. That's who I am. Okay, back to the stupidness. I'm wondering why I'm not hearing sound though. Did I unplug these or something? I might have turned them down. That might be why. Let me see. I was messing with it. La la. Yeah, there's something wrong with this. I need better. My son gave me some. Look at me. My son gave me some wireless ones, but I couldn't get them to work. And these ones are old, and I just plugged them in, and they're staticky. And let me see. There we go. I don't hear the music, but let me see something. Okay, this one doesn't have music. Ah, isn't that pretty? That was so peaceful. I liked it. I need to see. That's the thing. That's another thing. If I can get a job like by the ocean, it will be better for me because I love my dogs. I do, and I need to start taking my dog running. I think Walter. Although running's not good for me. Fast walking, super fast walking. You know what I mean? And I can take him. But, oh, I said their names. Oops. Anyway, but being by the ocean, I can go and exercise by the ocean like before or after work. Just in nature, being in nature. But this is really quite beautiful. Okay, let me see if I can find the one, or if I can hear the music now that I got my ebbs and flows. This one's what I want. There we go. Okay, good. I want to do my affirmations to this. I'm going to look for the one with the otters too. This is so cool. I just, it's like I look at that and it does make it worth it, but I don't get enough of that sometimes to make it worth it, right? It's like, I started to say this earlier. I told someone that the other day. I'm like, I don't know if the good has outweighed the bad in my life. I mean, it's like, it's been a struggle the whole time. I've had to struggle to hold on. And it's like, if you have mental health issues, then you know that. Well, everybody's got mental health issues. Mine, it's been a struggle to hold on. It's been a struggle to be to human, right? I mean, I've had to force myself to like work in restaurants because that's what I did. I mean, oh my God, going to work on Fridays, holy fuck. I would walk in there at 5 o'clock on Friday nights and it would be packed and it was just like, it was so much. It was so fucking much, you know? And I'm just so tired. Like, I'm just kind of done with it. And it's like I still have to do it. And I'm just, ugh. But cleaning will be better. Much better. I know this job interview. It's so funny. I'm sitting here going, oh, you were so horrible. And I'm like, dude, you don't even want the job. I do not want that job. So it doesn't matter. Okay, now, this is the one I will do an affirmation to. But I want to look at stupidness for a minute. Let's see what's happened today. News today. So, what's going on? Kirk County struggled to fund flood warnings. Well, okay. Kirk County struggled to fund flood warnings. Under Trump, it's getting even harder. Well, yeah, that we know. Look at that. God. It's funny to me, and they were, and I saw a video of them in the bus, and they were singing a gospel song, and I got the impression that it was coming away, but they can't be right. So it was either going to, but I mean, I don't, okay, if you want to believe in God, that's cool. I don't, like, whatever. I think that there are multiple millions of gods because there are so many people that believe, like, nobody, like, okay, if you believe in God and you believe in God, those are not the same God, right? Those are two different gods because your belief and your belief cannot be exactly alike. So there's multiple different gods, right? There's a lot of different gods. So I just, oh my gosh, when I said it okay like that, it reminded me of when I was trying to talk to someone on the phone. And I was like, okay, okay, okay. I was trying to calm her down. Yeah. Anyway, okay. It reminded me of my old job. So, all right. Anyway, let's go back because I'm not there anymore. We are moving forward. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do an affirmation for a second. Okay. So, in this moment, I am moving forward. I visualize, therefore, I am. I should be holding weights. Oh, but I thought, yeah, I quit the. Okay. I am visualizing land with wildflowers, space for the dogs to run, a studio where I'm creating a big piece of driftwood with a turtle that I am casting out of metal because I have a kiln that I can do that. And I know how to do lost wax. I get a big clump of wax. Carve a turtle. I am moving forward with strength and hope because I am Giselle, Shay Rising Dawn, artist and affirmationist, creator of my universe, creator of what I am surrounded by, creator of me. Okay. My dog's at 20 seconds, 10. Alright, so wonder what they're barking at here. I'm gonna go check some shit out. I'm gonna be back in a minute. I will leave you with Scott Buckley and the beautiful Oregon coast. Got here 3 times, dog. No, we're not going outside. So stop. No. Not right now. I gotta do a little mark it out. Alright, so let's see. I'm back. I wanna see. That is calming. Okay. And I was going to the gym and sitting in the affirmation station, right? But I wasn't looking at these videos. I was watching what they had. But I like mine better. And I will do an affirmation to this, like I said, after I'm done. So let's see what else was today. Okay, so this is so stupid. There's no water, so this is what it looks like. This is just, I can't. And he's got like a bunch of money to make more of them. For what? There can't be this many people that are illegals, that are violent and rapists. We'd all be. I'm not even going to talk about. It's like you should be there then. Trump should be there if that's what's happening. I'm so confused by everything. Like I don't understand how we got to this point to where this is okay with what's going on. I'm so freaking confused by it all. Like not only did they like not give us the Epstein list and get like they didn't even give us a blacked out version. They're just telling us there is none. And then on top of it, he's like, oh, okay, like I said earlier, he's going to play badass with Putin because it'll get our minds off of this. Let's see what's going on. In general, I'm just babbling now. I need to stop. Probably Texas floods latest. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, judge blocks Trump's order restricting birthright citizenship. Wait a minute. The judge also granted the case class action status. What's that? After the Supreme Court limited the ability of judges to block orders nationwide through other means. What? I wish that made more sense to me. Okay. A federal judge in New Hampshire granted class action status Thursday to a lawsuit seeking to protect babies who would be denied birthright citizenship by the Trump administration, and granted a temporary block of the president's order restricting birthright citizenship from going into effect. Jeez, there's not even a period in that sentence. Who writes this? That is a long ass sentence. Like, I would have got, if I was in writing class, I would have gotten docked for that. Seriously, that's a whole paragraph without a sentence. That's insane to me. Okay, a federal. You're supposed to read this. I can't believe this. This blows me away. The second one is the same. There's a comma, but there's no periods. Okay, Cody, yes, same thing. No periods. None of that. It has a period. Wow, that's insane to me. Oh my gosh. Here's one. This one's got a period. That is fucking crazy. Okay, well, I guess we'll read it without periods, or put it what period where I thought it would be. A federal judge in New Hampshire. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. Put on your voice. That's funny. Okay. It's all ridiculous. I can't take it anymore. I'm going crazy. Not really. Okay. A federal judge in New Hampshire granted class action status Thursday to a lawsuit seeking to protect babies who would be denied birthright citizenship. Okay, where would you? A federal judge in New Hampshire granted class action status Thursday to a lawsuit seeking to protect babies who would be denied birthright citizenship by the Trump administration, and granted a temporary block of the president's order restricting birthright citizenship from going into effect throughout the country. A federal judge granted class action status. What is class action status? Does anybody know? I have no idea. Let's see. What does it say? Class action status. I wonder if this is going to make me understand what it means. Probably not, but I'm going to try. Class action status. Oh, duh. Okay. Never mind. It's a class action. I see. Duh. Sometimes I wonder about myself. It's obvious. Okay, whatever. A federal judge in New Hampshire say granted. So, class action status Thursday to a lawsuit seeking to protect babies who would be denied. So, what does that mean, though? I mean, I still don't know what it means. So, it means that it's okay that all these people are seeking the protection. So, it can't, okay, I guess that's what that means, right? So, he's allowing many, many people to be in this lawsuit. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, I know. It's okay. I just want to know. All right. Oh, I know I'm tired. Anyway, okay. So, but I mean, so they had to go to a federal judge to allow a bunch of people to say no. I mean, it's so gummed up in all of the works, right? And the thing, here's the deal. Here's the problem with all of it, is that he doesn't care. He doesn't fucking care. He's not going to listen to what they say. He's creating his own army. He does not fucking care. His family and him. I'm curious. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm crazy. I hope I've got Trump delusion. What's it called? Trump derangement syndrome or whatever that is. Hopefully that's what's wrong with me. I wonder if it goes away when this is over then. That would be cool. I'd like for it to just stop when he goes away. The problem is that he is just a symptom, or not a symptom. Well, yeah, he's a symptom of the problem. I mean, there's a deeper problem that allowed him to even get where he's at, right? I mean, come on. The fact that this country allowed him to run for fucking president again just is like, really? I don't know. Is anything real anymore? It sure doesn't feel like it. It's like, why would you? It just blows me away that he was even allowed to run again. And then to win. I mean, as soon as they allowed him to run again, I knew that he was going to win. It's like, I feel bad because I kind of resigned myself to what's happening. And I feel really bad about that. It's like, I don't know that my speaking out now is even matters. Who am I? Nobody knows me. Nobody gives two shits about what I say. Nobody fucking cares what I have to say. My child does. Let me rephrase that. My son and his Michaela, they care about what I have to say, right? That's about it. Nobody else really gives a shit. So I'm really nobody. You know, but it's like, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I'm glad I said something. Again, nobody cares what I have to say, but maybe sometime down the pike, years from now, somebody will look through these videos that are on this YouTube thing that happened during this time in history, and they'll see that there were people out there that knew that this was wrong and that we tried. But what were we to do? We are nobodies, and nobody cares what we have to say. We are barely making it. Barely fucking making it. Been barely making it all my life. I've worked 2 and 3 jobs always. I've always had to supplement my income. I've always had to struggle to make it, right? Like I've never, and it's not because I wasn't a hard worker. It's not because I don't work hard. I've always worked hard. I've always been a hard worker. And that's the thing with me now, is I've gotten to the point now to where I just can't tolerate anymore because I've always worked so hard. But I still find myself in positions where I'm treated like I'm less than because I don't fit the mold of a normal. Because I dance and I sing and I laugh out loud and I like to dance when I'm walking, you know, and I like to sing if I can, you know, and I may be horrible at it, you know, but I'm very dramatic. You know, my mother told me all my life, you're so dramatic. Well, guess what? She made a dramatic human being, but yeah, I mean, when you start getting told that at a very young age, you know, it's like my sister reminded me, where I'm totally going off on a different thing again, but whatever. This is my vlog. See, this is what this country did to people, though, right? Like, I was raised by a single mom who was an alcoholic because she married into the Mormon family thinking she should have kids, and then realized that her husband was abusive, so left him and went into another abusive marriage, and we got beat on there for a while. And then this is when the whole dramatic thing started. We ran away from him, and I had Barbies that I had gotten for my birthday, and this whole birthday was a trauma fucking filled event. The whole month of July was filled with trauma before we left and went to California. But I had, and I was like 4. It was like my 4th birthday, I think. 3 or 4, 4, I think it was 4. But I had these Barbies that I had gotten for my birthday, and we had to switch buses because we were running away from this abusive man, and we were going from Utah to California. We were on a Greyhound bus in the middle of the night, and I remember peeing on the floor. It was, but I forgotten about this until my sister reminded me. I had these Barbies that I had gotten for my birthday, and we had left them on the bus. And my sister's like, oh, and you cried and cried. And I'm like, I was fucking 4 years old, and I got these Barbies for my birthday, and we were running away in the middle of the night on a bus. And yes, you were older, but the fact that you could have even gotten mad at me for losing my Barbies, right? It's like, and not then, but even now, I'm like, yeah, and that was traumatic. Do you not see that that was trauma? You know, and she's like, oh, there's nothing wrong. We don't need to look into these things. And I'm like, dude, man, I didn't even remember that. And for me, that is traumatic as fuck, right? Because that whole month of July, so much stuff happened. Something happened on the 4th of July, and there was so many things leading up to it that now, in retrospect, now that I finally, at 61, like I've been looking at these things, it's funny, someone said shadow work the other day. I'm like, dude, I've been doing shadow work for a long time. Shut the fuck up. But anyway, be quiet. But anyway, I think I'll have to look up what shadow work means and see if I'm right about that. But anyway, you know, a lot of these things that I remember that were kind of traumatic for me, I'm putting together the time frame when they were, and it was just before we left from Utah to go to California, when I was like between 3 and 4, right? And it's like there was a lot, and I'm 60, gonna be 61, and I'm finally like, oh, hey, no. I guess it's better than never, but you know, I don't know. Anyway, what's shadow work? Maybe Donald Trump needs to do some shadow work. What do we think? Shadow work, a psychological practice focusing on exploring and integrating the shadow self, the unconscious aspect of personality. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that when I do affirmations saying, I am looking in the darkest corners of my mind, and I am embracing the darker sides of me, because without darkness, there is no light. Right? I'm pretty sure that I've been kind of doing this. But anyway, I just haven't looked at, yeah, by identifying see, I'm not good at my emotions. Like, and I'm off balance. I know that. I honestly believe that a lot of the reason that my emotions are so over the top is because I am off balance, and I have not had. And Temperance is why my dog is named Temperance, because Temperance off of Bones is kind of my hero. And the scientific thing is that we were meant to have a partner, right? And like, I haven't for years. And even when I did, I have never in my lifetime had a partner in my life, like, that I really felt was a partner. And I mean, I guess that's okay, but I don't know that we are meant to go through our lives that way. But I mean, I'm resigned to it, and I'm okay with it now. I hope that I've still got a couple of years left. That's probably another reason why I'm still here, because I'm hoping still, maybe someday in my life, I will understand what it is like to have a true partnership with someone, right? Like, I would like to know that and know how that feels, to know that somebody, like, I understand my child. Don't get me wrong, I know he's got my back. Like, I know that, right? But I'm talking about not him because he's my child, and that's a different kind of having my back than I'm talking about. And so, there are times I feel bad because I shouldn't have to count on him. That poor kid. I've been like jobs. Okay, I was thinking about this because I was like, well, I didn't really have a lot of jobs, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So when I with Rylan, when I got pregnant with him, I worked at where did I work throughout my pregnancy? Okay, so when I got pregnant with Rylan, I worked at Walmart. After I found out I was pregnant, I quit working at Walmart and I started working at Mountain Mud. And I worked at Mountain Mud as a barista throughout my whole pregnancy. Remember, after she hired me, I said, oh, I have some bad news for you. And she goes, oh, don't tell me you're quitting. And I said, no, I'm pregnant. And she's like, oh, okay. We can work with that. So I worked as a barista and one of those little things like really pregnant. And I also worked at that time at a place called, and I'm thinking of all the jobs I've had because my son, my poor son, I'm thinking of mental health in our country, right? Like, it's insane. And okay, I'm going back to the jobs. Okay, so I worked at Mountain Mud, and then I worked at a balloon place at the same time when I was pregnant. Then after I had Rylan, I worked at Mountain Mud. Then I started working at a place called Emiliano's. It was a Mexican restaurant. Then I went from Emiliano's back to the Overland Express. Then I went from the Overland Express to. Did I go to the Overland Express? I think so. Then I went to. I don't know. I worked a lot of places. The mental health in our country sucks, and this is not helping it. None of it is. Trump. I mean, it's like my brain is scattered already, as we can see, like it always has been. And everything that is happening now is so chaotic that there's nothing for us to hold on to. There's no solid ground. And like for me, I've never felt solid ground, right? Like I said, I've never felt safe in my life. I've never felt solid ground, like ever, really, that I can think of. And and then when I did, for a briefest of moment, it got yanked away, right? It's never stayed for very long. And now the whole world is feeling this way because of Donald Trump, right? And it's like, what the fuck, everybody? This is not okay. It's not okay that he's disappearing people. It's not okay that he's fucking with our global economy the way he is. It's not okay that he is disappearing people off the street. It's not okay that he is not listening to the Supreme Court. It's not okay that he has decided that he is the supreme leader and that he can just say and do. It's not okay that they disappeared the Epstein files. None of these things that are happening are okay. None of this should be normalized. We are not, this is fucking real. We are not in a game show. This is real. These are real fucking people. This isn't a fucking game show. It's like nothing feels real anymore because everything is insane. Everything is insane. How is this okay? People think I'm crazy. Fucking A. All I did was get up on a desk to get my curtains down because somebody was like invading my space. This man is creating chaos every single day to levels that are fucking with everybody. Although people are going to start ignoring him, and not listening to him at all. Like the respect that he thinks he's gaining, I mean, it blows me away that people still even think that respect. This guy's wackadoodle. Like, I mean, I know it takes one to know one, so I know he's wackadoodle. Okay. All right, I'm going to do an affirmation. And then don't know, I'm going to go. I need to clean my yard. I've been saying that for days, and I haven't done it yet. My backyard. I have to mow the lawns. It wouldn't bother me so much if I don't like the way my house is set up. It's like a C. The yard is like a C. I would rather have a house set back and big yard in the back, right? And a little yard in the front versus having it like in the back and down the side and then in the front. I'm like, and none of it's big enough for the dogs to really run. So there's like a side where you could put in a pond and all kinds of cool shit. There's bamboo. It's awesome if you had the money, but I don't have that kind of money. I don't want this kind of responsibility. It's a lot, and I don't want it. I love it. I don't love it. I have felt trapped here since the day I moved into this house. Not feeling safe and feeling trapped. I feel better now though because my son's like, yeah, I understand why you feel so trapped. We need to get out from underneath this. I'm like, I know, right? We don't need, like, I like the bamboo and all of it being surrounded. I know it's just a lot. It's a lot to have to maintain, you know? And I'm fucking 61. I don't want to do it. And I don't have the money to do it. I don't. So, whatever. Okay. I've been babbling. I know, that's me. Babbling. Whatever. This is what they created. This is what they created, right? This is what society has created. People like me. Which I'm not, I'm a good person. So I'm not dishing myself at all. Because I'm scattered, yeah, but I am a good person. And I have, if I need to focus, I can, right? Like, but I'm just, I don't want to anymore. Like, I'm tired of it. I don't want to have to play the game anymore. And I know that cleaning, I'm still going to have to play kind of the game, right? But I can do that. I'm good at it. I'm good at making a room look sparkly. When I've worked places, they've noticed a difference between what I do and what other people do because I can focus on the small things. And it's important to me. It's important to me. That's the thing. That's the difference between me and a lot of people. Washing dishes is important to me, right? Cleaning rooms is important to me. Taking out the trash is important to me. Those jobs are very, very important. People don't realize that. It's funny that people will talk down to you because you're the cleaning staff, but boy, they're the first to come unglued if they find a fucking hair in their bed. Well, I thought I wasn't important. Then why does it matter? So, anyway, I don't know. This world is insane and I don't know what to do anymore. I'm lost. I'm at a loss. I've been at a loss for a while. I thought I was found on this last job and now I'm like, no, that was not a good fit for me at all. At all. I'm really, really glad I'm not doing it anymore. I was not good at that job. I was good at the people part of it, but the paperwork and all that shit, I don't like that stuff. I'm not good at that, and I don't want to. I used to be. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess I was. I always had things organized. I guess I just don't want to do it anymore. Paper pushing. Bleh. And especially when it's on top. I don't know. I'm glad to be away from it. Okay, so I'm going to do an affirmation. I said that. I want to record this because I'm going to load it. So I am going to go. I'm going to play this for a minute. I'm going to go away for a minute. No, you're getting way too spoiled. affirmation time. I haven't written one in a while either. It's been a while since I've done any writing, or painting, or sculpting, or anything creative. Well, this is kind of creative, I guess. But, I don't know, I look at my stuff and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm all that great. So like, but the only way to get great is to keep going. You can't stop and get great. So I need to keep going. And that's my problem, is that I've stopped. And I need to not do that. Because the only way to get great is to keep going. You can't get great at anything if you fucking stop. Okay. Okay. Just saying. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go, what's this again? Class action lawsuit. This is also stupid, and it's also much, and it's like, and then everywhere you look, there's people like me out there streaming about it, and I think that's great. I think the more voices out there talking about it, the better that off we are. I hope that we're gonna make a fucking difference. I don't know if it's too late. The Democrats, the people that can actually do something, don't seem to be speaking up. You know what I mean? I mean, this is ridiculous. There's no fucking Epstein files now, whatever. Distract from what? What is he doing? Why did they decide to do that right now? What is he doing that he doesn't want us to see? There's something going on. I mean, besides the obvious, right? The alligator Alcatraz, the disappearing of people off of the streets, the trying to take away natural born citizenship. I mean, they're going to be going off. It's the fact that he's talking about taking over New York and DC. Think about that. With his own personal army. I mean, I hope I'm crazy. That's all I'm saying. I hope I'm crazy. I hope that all these people bringing attention to all the things that he's doing are going to stop that from happening. And I hope that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he doesn't want that. He wants vengeance more than anything. And that's the thing. He wants vengeance. So what's going to give him the most amount of power to get back at people that he feels like he's like this kid who, I mean, he's probably like all of us, right? Sometimes, there's times I'd like to get back at people that I feel like have done me wrong in my life, right? But I try to let go of that because I don't think that's a productive emotion, right? But it makes me wonder, though. It's pretty fucking productive for him. He's the president of the United States, for God's sakes. And that's what drove him. All of this was driven by revenge. Him walking down that escalator was driven by revenge because he was pissed off at Obama, right? So it's like, it's hard to feel like being a positive person and trying to add a positive, like, that's the thing about working with people. Like, my son's right. It doesn't matter. I do not want to care about that stuff anymore. It's not worth it. It's like the hoops that you have to jump through to get anything done are so ridiculous. And then the people that you have to work with that really don't care. Like, they're gonna help, but they're gonna do as little as they possibly have to get by, right? They're not gonna put forth any more effort to help these people than they absolutely have to, right? And it's like, I mean, so they're still helping. I mean, that's cool. Kudos for that. I'm glad you're still helping, you know, but it's I just don't want to do it. It takes too much out of you in the society, right? I mean, I'm better off, honestly, just working for rich people, to tell you the truth. Isn't that bad? I mean, it sounds like really, but I am. I'm better off just working for rich people, keeping my head down, keeping my mouth shut, getting my land, and getting away. So, no more trying to help. No more feeling bad for other things. Like, they asked me today, how do people go into poverty? I'm like, that's a really, like, it's easy to go into poverty, right? It's easy. It's a paycheck away for a lot of people. You go into poverty by a family member dying. You go into poverty by your car breaking down. You go into poverty by your child getting sick. You go into poverty by you getting sick. You go into poverty because your plumbing goes out. You go into poverty because your roof leaks. You know, I mean, anymore. Fuck, we go into poverty because we have to have oil change. I'm like, how do you ask that question? How do you not go into poverty anymore? Right? I mean, come on. Let's be realistic here. I love those questions. Like, I don't know. It's funny. All right. I know I'm babbling. I was going to do an affirmation reading. Let's see if it helps. So, again, I'm going to start babbling some more. Clearly, I'm either procrastinating or I'm extremely, I'm trying to keep my mind off of negative things. So if I sit here and talk to my computer and just keep focusing on like my visions and stuff like that, it'll keep my head from going into a negative place. I don't want to go into a bad place. And like, I don't want to go into the past. I do that a lot. And I like try to, like, oh, if I'd only, okay, but you didn't. So move forward with it, right? And I've lived so much of my life that way. And I hate that. It's part of the reason I don't want to be around people, because I don't want to live my life regretting the things that I've said or done. So if I'm just not around anybody, I don't have to worry about it. Because people, I don't know, that's my thing, right? I tend to worry too much about what other people think. And I don't seem to have been able to get past that in my lifetime. So I'm not sure that I ever can, you know what I mean? I'm 61 now, so, well, that's not true. That's not true. I don't care what people think as long as I don't have to, like, when I go to the store, I don't care what people think about me in the grocery store, right? When I'm walking through the parking lot, I don't care what people think about me if I'm skipping through the parking lot, right? I don't care about that. What I care about is people on a daily basis judging me and me having to live with their judgments. That's what I care about. And the thing is I can't help if somebody treats me like I can tell by how people are treating me whether or not they like me, right? You can tell if someone treats you like you don't matter, that you know what I mean? And I don't mean don't matter. I mean, I guess if you don't matter, what do you care what they think, right? Because they treat you like you don't matter and you don't understand why people treat you. See, that's my thing. I don't like I've been around people and I've always been treated like the redheaded stepchild, right? Or and I think people know what that means. You know, like I'm just it's like I was always the second thought. You know what I mean? Like I've always been the second thought. I've never been, or the third thought, or maybe the fourth or fifth. I've never been the first thought, that's for sure. Which I don't know. Do you want to be someone's first thought, really? Or do you want them to think of themselves first and you second? So I've never been like even the sixth thought. So, you know, that's funny. But I certainly don't want to be someone's last fucking thought. You know what I mean? And I don't want to, and I don't know how to put that, like when I'm talking about it at a job. But it's like, I don't want to have to care. I don't want to have to worry about working with other people and their energy. And there's me. There's me. Hi. Oh, so maybe the otters are in this one. They might be. It looks like because I was writing. They might be. I don't think they are, though. How much further does this go? No, I don't think they are. That kind of bums me out. I'll find them, though. This part's pretty. I like this part. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. I'm going to do an affirmation. I'm babbling because I don't want to be alone inside my head. So I'm talking to my computer. At least I'm not crying. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I'm feeling resigned. I'm really hoping I get this job cleaning. I don't want to like get my hopes up and then be disappointed. But if I don't get it, then I don't get it. I mean, I don't want to have to sell my house right now, but if we can find a way to sell this and get some land, I would love to get out from underneath this house. It's just so much. It's like a house on top of an apartment. We don't need that. We can get by on a 3 bedroom house. The three of us. We can live together. As long as we've got 2 bathrooms. I need a bathroom. They need a bathroom. That's it. We can share everything else. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to do an affirmation. Then I'm going to go play with my dogs. I might come back on later, depending on what happens on the news. If there's stuff to talk about. I need to talk about it. I got to get it out. I'm not okay with any of this. I'm not okay with any of it. Again, I know that I don't matter. I get that. I do, though, because I matter to my dogs and I matter to my son and I matter in this house, right? So I matter in this part of my life, you know? But I know as far as the big picture, I don't matter. I'm a little nothing on the speck of all of this. But I'm hoping Horton hears a who, baby. You know, maybe if enough of us speak out, maybe. There's a Horton hears a who, right? All the who's. Hello! Please save us from this madman. Hello! I'm serious. That's how I feel. Like we're all in, I don't know. It feels like we're in a game. It doesn't even fucking feel real. I can't get it. Oh, I can't. People are just going on every day like nothing is happening. And it's like, how can you not see what is happening? He's creating an army. He's creating his own army. He's creating an army that will listen to just him. He's already got a lot of that going on, but he's got more money now to fund it. And the thing is the money that he's got to fund these armies is going to go to, what are they called? They're called, shit. They're people that have been in the service, and when they're out of the service, they go to work doing fucking war shit, but they're not in the service anymore, and they're not good guys. There's a name for it, and I can't think of it, but anyway, it doesn't matter, because it's what's happening, you know, and it's scary and it's sad, and I hope that we survive it, and I hope that I am able, like my family, my life, my people, the people that I brought into this world, my person, you know. I mean, I want to make sure he's okay before I'm not here anymore, and I'm really fucking afraid that I'm not going to be able to do that with the way things are going. You know, and at one point, I was pretty confident that he would at least be safe, and now I don't even know. And it's just, it blows me away that I did anticipate this from 2016. I did. I saw this coming. I saw this coming. I fucking saw this coming. I fucking saw this coming. I wanted to be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I saw this fucking coming. I told my son. I said, this man is going to cause wars. I said civil war. He's going to cause a civil war. That's what I told my son back in 2016. So I might be wrong on the kind of war. Maybe. I don't know. We were already in a war within ourselves now because of him. Families aren't talking to each other because of him. Right? I mean, it's like he's already caused that much. That families, mothers and daughters and sons aren't speaking to each other because of him. I mean, there's plenty of reasons for us not to talk to our families. But a lot of people are because of him, right? I mean, there's a real divide in this country because of him, right? And I know that there was a divide because of Obama, but it's different because Obama didn't stoke the fires. Obama didn't buy himself an army. Obama didn't put into law enough money for an army. Trump just did. Think about that. He just put into law enough money for an army, for his own private army, while he was taking food away from people. So if people don't envision what I'm envisioning, someone share with me how this ends up good. Please, someone enlighten me how any of this is going to end well. Because I'm getting a little nervous about things, you know? It's like, fuck, my head hurts on a daily basis now. And it's hard for me, like at the job I was in, like I said, I mean, I went sideways. I was so not, I should have never taken that job. My son was right. Like, that's not the kind of job for me. I don't need to be in a job trying to help people. I'm empathetic and I feel the pain, and it's too much for me, for my psyche to take. I'm not that kind of strong. So, and I will fully admit I am not that kind of strong. I'm okay with that. So, whatever. But, um, because everything's crazy. Like, and it's just getting worse, right? Like, I was going into homes where I had somebody say to me, like, literally, she was mad. And I'm like, and she was mad at me for something that was not my fault. I was sent into a situation blind. Did not know what this lady was expecting, right? And so when I got there, she was very angry and she was saying stuff. And I said, yes, I understand you're angry, and I said, it makes you kind of want to yell at people. I understand how you're feeling. I've been there, right? And her homegirl worker goes, no, she wants to shoot people. And I'm sitting there going, at their kitchen table at 4 in the afternoon, you know, just going, huh, looking for guns anywhere. It's like, okay, you know, and I tell my bosses and they blow me off. It's like, okay, okay, so I should not feel threatened. I mean, I didn't feel threatened. It wasn't a direct threat towards me, but because I told her to have the life she deserves, she called the police on me. So she must think she deserves a bad life. But the thing is what I'm getting at with all of this is not the job. Okay, fuck that. It's the fact of the volatility of everything right now and what Trump is causing, right? And the fact that nobody's stopping him from doing it. And the reason that he's creating all this chaos is because he's creating an army, right? He signed that into a bill, enough money to create his own army, his own ICE agents that will work for him. I've seen posts about people being like, go in there and try to muck up the system, you know? Is there going to be enough of us that are going to get hired on actually and go in there and try to muck up the system? I don't know. I hope that there's someone brave enough to do it, and some more than one, because what's he hiring, 10,000 or something? That's not really a lot, but it's enough, right? I mean, with all the other protections and all the other things. And the thing is that's all that we know about, right? I mean, because he's already pardoned all those criminals. And they have networks too. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think that this whole Epstein thing, like, it's going to blow over just like everything else. They're going to, because he's creating so much other chaos, right? Like, it's going to go away. And the thing that really blows me away is that anybody ever thought that he wasn't on the list to begin with. Hold up. I mean, Roseanne Barr is like, Joe Rogan, all of them. I don't know if Joe Rogan said anything yet, but Roseanne Barr has said something. There was someone else that said something, you know, and they're all like, oh, come on, you need to turn over. Did you honestly not think that his name was on that list? The man who talks about grabbing him by the pussy, the man who talks about being able to go behind on the Miss Teen Beauty pageant because he ran the pageant or he owned the pageant so he could go back there and look at those beautiful young girls all he wanted, right? That man, that's the man we're talking about. You honestly, who is in pictures with Jeffrey Epstein, who had his daughter with Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, his daughter was in the same picture with him and Epstein, right? And his son too, I believe. So you honestly don't think he was on any list? I mean, how deluded do you have to be to believe that he was not a participant in those things? So this is where we are. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm going to read a video. Okay, here we go. This is beautiful though, isn't it? Until it's not anymore. How long until we blow it all up? We'd be better off if they just dropped a bomb. Made it quick. Not right now, but I mean, maybe. Who knows? Is anyone seeing this ending well for those of us on the bottom? I wonder who's going to survive it all okay. If, because what he's trying to do, I mean, he's cutting us off at the knees kind of everywhere. He's imposing the tariffs. So he's cutting off a lot of what's coming into the country, right? He's getting rid of a lot of the migrant workers, so he's cutting us off in the country as well, right? So the prices are all going to go up. Those jobs are going to go away. We're going to be experiencing shortages, right? I mean, we've been talking about this, and I've noticed prices going up. I'm trying to stay away from the store as much as possible and just get as little as possible because I don't really want to see what's happening. I can't afford it. I just got fired from my job on top of it. They say that I'll get food stamps next month if I don't get another job, but we'll see about that. My mom gave me some money, but the check was, something happened with the check, so it didn't clear. So now she says she's going to write me another one, which I'm hoping, man. My mom was 83. If she wants to give me some money, please do. If you've been saving money for me, please, I'll take it. I'm in my 60s. I know. I know. I know that I shouldn't be asking my mommy for money, but I am. Because I can't hold down a job. Because I have a temper. And I speak. I need to learn not to speak. So many years of stifling it, though. You know, it's like, again, I mean, starting at 3, I had to no. Don't be who you are. Don't talk. What you're seeing isn't what you're really seeing. What you're feeling isn't what you're really feeling, and it doesn't really matter anyway. So just be quiet. You know what I mean? I've just all of my life it's been like that, right? And now I'm in my 60s, and I'm like, okay, so I maybe have 20 good years left. Well, now my mom's 80 something, and she's still alive. I would rather not be. She is very stagnant. She's like, she literally gets up, gets on her computer, goes into her bed, and lays down. And my sister's like, sit up, sit up. And I'm like, what does it matter if she lays down or sits up? She's clearly checked out. She's clearly checked out. Like my mother has checked out, you know? And it's like, okay, that's okay, you know? I don't blame her. Man, I would be checked out too. She'd probably be better living in a nursing home with things going on around her that weren't my sister, but that's what she did, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll be okay. I'll get another job because I'm going to do affirmations. Right? Are those powerful enough? I mean, they did get me teeth. And my dentist is going to fix them because they're crooked and they're set down too low. So he's going to fix them. And then if I get a job with cleaning, they have insurance, so I can get my bottom ones done. So, yeah. Should have paid for that all at once, but that's okay. Alright. I'm going to do an affirmation, so I need to go back in this video. Okay. Then I actually need to do something. I should probably go out and clean my backyard. No, that's not where I want to go. This is where I want to go. I haven't written them in a while. Let's take a look at my dates. Do I have these dated? I'm looking at my affirmations. I don't think I have any dates on any of them. It's kind of silly now, isn't it? Alright, let me move it over here. My physical age is not relevant to my healing. Huh, okay. I am forgiveness. Let's do this one. Okay. Alright. Let me. I am responsible for my actions as well as my reactions, and I still I'm learning to hold on to my reactions because although I need to quit putting myself in positions where I know I'm going to react badly. Because I was telling myself the other day, I'm like, self, you do understand that you have repeated this habit over and over again. Like you are putting yourself in the, like if I were to take the Head Start job, which I will not take, I'm sure that it's not going to be offered to me, but I'm not going to take it because if I put myself in that position, it's going to end badly. And I know that, right? I'm going to be triggered. I'm going to see these kids that are living, it's going to be triggering for me, right? And I know that. So, and not only that, I don't want to work in an office. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So, I'm not going to put myself, like, I'm worried because I need a job, but do I want to put myself in a bad position? No. So, I'm not doing it. Okay. Because I don't want to be in this position again where I'm having to feel like shit because I reacted badly because I was triggered. So, okay. So, here we go. I am going to, that's a little loud. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I'm having I'm having a fart. Okay, so here, okay, I'm going to try this one. Okay. I'm going to, I found one. Okay, start recording. All right, today is July 10th, 2025. It's 10:52 a.m. on the Oregon coast of the United States of America. This is Chazelle Shay Rising Dawn coming to you with an affirmation reading. Alright, I'm being silly. Alright, hold on. Alright. The music is Scott Buckley. I think it's here. There's two different here at the. I'll put him in the credits when I download this. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Welcome to my I Am Positive Affirmations. And here we go. In this moment, I am judging nothing. I am moving through this day with a deep feeling of gratitude. I am grateful. Okay, I need to stop and start again because I'm hot. So I'm going to stop recording and I'm going to get out of the sweatshirt. I'll be right back. No, Walter, we aren't going anywhere. Just calm down. No, we're not going out. Oh. Oh, so they let the members of the Florida State Legislature. I like this. Somebody says we were supposed to be the greatest nation under God, but we forget that we were under God. Yeah, if we were under God, like these people that think that Trump was sent here by God. So, yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to start again. All right. Okay. Uh-oh, what did I just do? Well, that was not what I had intended. I I just lost my place somehow. I don't know how that happened. Let me see. Let's do Control F. Okay, here we go. I'll just do this one. Okay, ready? Let me start again. Go to the beginning. Okay, start recording. Today is July 10th, 2025. There we go. And I am reading an affirmation video because first off they're good for me, but second off they're good for the universe. I hope. I don't know. We're in quite a mess right now, I have to say. Things are going sideways, I think, fast, and either people aren't paying attention or they don't care or they're okay with it, and this really isn't something that we should be okay with. Okay, I don't know that this does any good, but anyway, here I'm going to read an I am affirmation. Okay. In this moment, I am judging nothing. I am free to just be, to move through this day trusting, no forcing, no anxiety, no anger, and no fear. I am forgiveness. I am inhaling the present. I am exhaling the past. I am thoughtful. I am consciousness. I am balanced. I am ease. I am mindful. I am kindness. I am secure in this path. I am adding value to each of my experiences. I am more than worthy. I am more than valuable. I am more than enough. optimistic. I am calm. I am talented. I am peace. I am acceptance. Breathe. Inhale the present. And exhale the past. In this moment, I am new. I am the creator of my universe. I visualize, therefore, I am. I am strength. I am hope. I am joy. I am creating a safe space to lay my head. I am the creator of this universe, my universe, my life, my story. I am safe. I am secure. I grounded. I hold myself tall, core strong, shoulders relaxed, head high, and mind's eye open. I hold my hands to my heart and feel the life force that generates inside of me. I am radiating strength and hope into the universe and gratitude. I am grateful. I am privileged. I am grateful. I am grateful for all that I am. I am grateful for all that I have been. I am grateful for all that I have yet to be. I'm grateful for the privilege that I have. I'm privileged. I hope I don't lose this privilege. I don't think people are... Oh, God. I was talking a lot without drinking. I I don't think people realize how close we all are to losing our privilege. I mean, I know some people do because a lot of us have already lost them. Like me. I mean, I'm a 60-year-old white woman. I don't worry about having children. I worry about my social security. I worry about my health, but kind of hope I just die mowing the lawn or something. You know, slip and fall off a cliff, boom, head splits open. I don't know, splat. What was it called? There was a movie I saw called Midsummer, I think. When they got too old, they just committed suicide. They just jumped off this tower, splat. I mean, that's kind of harsh the way they did it, but you know, I get the premise, right? I mean, I just, I don't, if I'm healthy and I'm happy, that's one thing, but I don't understand continuing on if you're miserable. And the misery is around everything that you do, right? Like, it's, I'm grateful not to be surrounded by that anymore. That was a lot of that job. Anyway, yeah. I'll go work for rich people. Fuck it. They're assholes, but I can make money and be surrounded by people that are living instead of dying and suffering. I know that's shitty, isn't it? It's shitty. It's like my son. We were talking about it yesterday. That's such a shitty way to feel. It's unfortunate that that's kind of where we are in this world. Is that it is survival of the fittest. It's like, I mean, I still want to speak out because I I see it's like this is so wrong. It's so wrong. But what are we supposed to do about it, right? Okay, I did my affirmation. I'm gonna go. I might listen to Trump and come on later again because it might annoy me. It'll be a way I don't have to go out and do yard work. I really need to get this done though. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go. Bye. Are you sure? Yeah.